The Justice Department has fired several FBI agents who took part in investigating President Trump. CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane has the latest.
The CBS News has learned multiple FBI agents have been fired in controversial fashion, allegedly for being associated with an investigation known as Arctic Frost. Arctic Frost was an investigation by the then Biden-led Department of Justice and special prosecutor to look into efforts to overturn the 2020 election results and install alternate, some would say fake electors in their place on January 6, 2021. A recent Senate Republican investigation revealed some components of this Arctic Frost investigation looked into the phone data of several Republican members of Congress. They have therefore called it a political witch hunt and a politically motivated investigation. Those supporters of the probe and critics of the Republican investigation say it's logical for this to be focused on some Republican lawmakers because Republican lawmakers were accused of being part of this alternate elector scheme. That being said, agents associated with this case, most of which are in the Washington, D.C. field office, were fired, then briefly rehired, we learned, then fired again and are now off the job, part of a purge that has cost dozens of agents and federal prosecutors their jobs inside the Department of Justice in this first year of the second Trump term. And there is a response from the FBI Agents Association saying that the actions yesterday in which FBI special agents were terminated and then reinstated shortly after and then only to be fired again highlight the chaos that occurs inside the FBI.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you. Doug Kouns joins me now. He is a former special agent and supervisory special agent for the FBI. So, Doug, what is the impact of these firings and budget cuts going to be on public safety and larger investigations?
Well, it'll definitely have an impact. I went through a couple of shutdowns and budget cuts during my career, and some of the lower priority cases get put on the back burner, and sometimes you have to leave your take-home cars at work and drive your personal cars, carpool, just kind of like at home, and you have to tighten the belt sometimes. That's what happens, and it does have an impact on the effectiveness and the speed in which the investigations are conducted.
For people at home, what would be considered a lower priority case that might be put on the back burner?
Well, things that other agencies work, drug cases, some cyber cases, bank robberies, kidnappings, the things that like DEA can work or ATF can work or the state and local police can work, whereas the Bureau will continue to focus on its higher priority things: national security, counterterrorism, counterintelligence, public corruption, cyber intrusions. Those are the things that will maintain most of the focus.
How much of a morale shift do you think this is having inside the Bureau?
I was just talking to some people the other day about this, and I hear morale is low, and it's unfortunate. And it's my understanding that agents are still being paid during the shutdown, yet the support staff are not, and that's causing somewhat of a resentment, a little bit of a rift from the people that generally aren't making as much money as the agents to begin with, are the ones that are not getting any at all. So it's definitely problematic. I've got a couple of employees here at my firm whose spouses are still active with the Bureau, and they're asking for more work, and they're very stressed out right now, and morale is understandably low.
All right, Doug Kouns, thank you for your time.
Thank you.